I'll ask Dolores if during public comment you, it's good news. We've actually gotten approval from the township that the riparian buffer will be augmented. The township is employing Pannoni, I think, to oversee it. The tree tenders and their seemingly limitless energy are willing to do the planting or help with the planting, as long as the Pannoni group will be respectful of our time and the tree tenders' time, such that we can make a couple of work sessions and not some marathon planting thing where everybody gets exhausted. But I'm encouraged by that. So the riparian buffer is good news. We just need to stay connected with, I think, Rita LaRue, and get that going. But I'm going to ask Stephen during public comments shortly to talk about the plans we have for that and what that might look like. So that's very cool. Item 4 is the update on the Miyawaki Forest in Naylor's Run Park. I received the unfortunate news that there's not going to be any movement on Miyawaki Forest in Naylor's Run Park until the township has a developed plan, master plan for Naylor's Run Park. The master plan does not exist yet. It is, I think it is hoped that there will be a completed master plan in 2026, but realistically, we'll have to see. So it's a bummer update for Miyawaki Forest. We had planned a space and a location that would improve stormwater runoff. It was a remote corner of the park. So it's very frustrating that, you know, we're getting dogged on this thing. But, you know, we just got to deal with it and move on and, you know, use our energy other ways. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, since it's a short agenda, that brings us to public comment.
Can I add something on the?
Oh, yeah,
Milwaukee?
please.
The Milwaukee. Is there perhaps another location we could identify to do it at? And a different.
Yeah, I don't know.
or a
I don't know.
different
I mean,
site,
it's
or-
during
if-
public comment, let's talk about the dimensions of the space and the thing with a part of the Naylor's Run benefit is the proximity to the stream for watering and things like that. But it doesn't mean that, I know there are other parks. I know I've been to other parks where there's a creek running right next door, you know, smaller parks, but perhaps. So yeah, maybe we'd go to the drawing board that way.
Maybe.
And not have to wait and still be the first in Delaware County or this part of the state.
It would have to fit the space right.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of the smaller parks might be more heavily used and like develop, the
Yeah,
space,
but like I'm thinking of
but there
of
might be back
a
areas.
corner of yes, yeah, just like this, right? Like
Yeah, exactly. Similar
Yeah.
situation.
yeah,
But it's
Oh, that's
not
good, yeah.
It's not a park that's
a park
planned.
without a
Development
plan
plan.
to happen.
They're pretty much in the works to develop all the.
No, there are 10 parks.
There's only 10 they're
There are
identifying.
10 that are getting upgrades. And so actually that's why we're planning on planting in the other parks,
Yes.
like multiple trees in the other parks, because it's fair game right now. Great, great. Other Miyawaki. Good. Okay.
So now we can open up to public comment.
Public comment. Dolores, you want to start us off?
You asked me to bring up Westchester Pike. I
Please.
remember
Please.
at a previous meeting, you said you had identified 12 locations for trees.
I did.
So, and there were some that we planted that didn't get watered and died, a couple. But, you know, you put, it might be hard to indicate which ones they are because all the trees are losing their leaves.
Hmm.
Maybe you could plant about 6 trees this fall or some trees this
Mhm,
fall.
mhm.
And then next spring, we could pull out any dead ones. And
Yeah.
Now, I did notice today, I was taking the bus downtown and I went past, you know, where St. Lawrence is on one side and Wawa's is the other side.
Yes.
The tree was down.
I'm sorry. Oh,
One of our trees. I
Okay.
think the live one was down, not a big one. It's a karma thing or something.
ooh.
Now, I don't know.
In the median.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every
Okay.
now and then, like every few years, every 5 years, something.
Because there's a pretty good curb there.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's still down or if they came by and picked it up, but this morning I was going by 10:30 a.m. and it was, so you might look at that space for
Yeah.
picking up, and there's two trees, there's another tree farther down that needs to come down. It's this big dead.
Toward the township building or toward 476?
Towards- As you go down Westchester Pike towards Route 1. Or, yeah, towards, there's, I forget, you'll see it, it's obvious, but it's just a tree with an ugly little edge to it.
Okay.
I asked before for it to take it down.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, maybe you could plant a few this fall and then touch it up in the spring.
Yeah.
Now, my other thought is, can we get for, you know, for us residents and everyone to know, what is this fund that has been being accumulated, that has been being paid into by people who are cutting down large trees
Mm-hmm.
and giving money instead?
Mm-hmm.
So there should be a fund, and I would like to hear that fund balance announced at every shade tree meeting.
Okay.
This is, or here's what we have, these are the companies that are yet to pay in,
Mm-hmm.
because they know all that.
Yeah.
And then I have a feeling that there's quite a lot of money that, for some big projects. Because we did start planting 69th Street 2-3 years ago. And the thought was, well, we would be able to continue doing cutouts and planting trees in that heat zone at the whole, what I call downtown Upper Darby. And the problem then was money for cutouts, but there is money, we just don't. And there should be plenty of money for buying trees,
Mm-hmm.
so that we're not limited in our planning by what we have available in the nursery.
Have you gotten an answer on?
Well, that's
what that
that's
money's
true.
for?
I mean, but the real limitation is labor.
Yes,
like-
but if there's money, you can hire someone to do the cutout.
No, not the cutouts. I'm just talking about doing the tree planting in public spaces.
Well,
Like I talked to Joe 6 weeks ago and he said, yeah, like in late September, he was like, yes, September, October and November are good months for us. Like, let's get it done then.
The Shade Tree Commission used to plant every fall, every spring. I remember one year Clyde did like 30 trees. It was just not a problem. He had a little crew, he would take the crew around, and so they need to, COVID came and many things got muddy during the COVID period, because nothing was working right and workers were short. And it seems we haven't gone back to what was happening right up until COVID. Up until 2020, there was no problem with fall and spring planting. And actually, we even had, who was that woman that was, her name Jennifer?
Yeah,
She was good at getting things planted and watered.
we have a replacement who's very good, but he needs to get the direction from the leadership.
Leadership needs to go back to the way things were done. We should be moved to planting more, not less. But anyway.
We're in agreement.
I know
We're in agreement.
I'm just bringing it up because it's a public meeting.
Have you ever gotten an answer on who controls those funds?
It's my understanding that we do.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
We should talk to.
that's what Rita told me. Yeah, but I mean, we'll confirm it. We'll talk about it Monday at our
Get the money.
Yeah.
And also, there's a lot of places that they've made these agreements with that may not have paid yet. And these are the ones that will be coming in. And then take that money and make some plans, you know? or even if the township can't find labor to plant a friggin' tree, and there is a big fund of money, hire a landscaper. You know, they'll do a good job and they'll come back and water it too.
Yeah, well, they put the other ones in around the building and they died, so I'm not,
You can get a warranty too.
yeah.
But the ones they did at the, that park, you know, the one in Stonehenge area, the second ward playground, used to,
Yeah?
those all got watered. They hired, that, well, I watched, they put about 50 trees in there.
Mm-hmm.
And, we didn't plant them, they used a grant, and they had funds, and those
No,
guys
we planted trees that they removed because then they were redoing the park.
They redid the park, but they put like 50 trees in.
Yeah.
And then they put trees along the street, and they had an agreement that they watered them for the first year.
Mm.
So, it can be done. So,
I'm not saying it can't be done, Dolores.
You get pushback, they don't,
Yeah, you know,
well, we figure out a way of pushing back ourselves.
I know, I agree.
Hi, Steve Lockard.
Hi, Steve. Thanks for coming tonight.
Yes, a couple things in relationship to Stern's Recreation Area.
Yes,
That, those trees there are really succeeding. I don't know if it's the first year that they watered them, but you walk through that area now, there's actually a walking path. You pass by trees either side of it as you walk through there.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
they had a watering agreement for at least a year, or so.
mm-hmm.
And there was some problem with maintenance, guys cutting grass. Some
Yeah.
of the vehicles would get up too close to the trunks.
Yep.
They can nick out.
Yep.
But as long as some maintenance is done, I think you can still get them speedy, okay? We will sometimes put tree protectors on them.
Yes,
We can, I'm not talking about the tube or anything like that, just a skirt.
Yes.
at the bottom,
mm-hmm.
So that weed whackers won't cut the
Yeah.
little tree, et cetera. The tree maintenance guys say they don't object to that at all, you know, it's a reminder to them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I believe you asked about some of what we have with riparian buffer.
Yeah,
So there were some 663 that we got. We ordered well over 800, but they didn't all come through. We got full flats, which would be 25 of each of these: serviceberry, arrowwood, basswood, black gums, black willow, chestnut oaks, flowering dogwood, but we'd ask that they not be planted back there because we can get them into neighbors.
Okay.
Like that. Hackberries, pin oaks, red oak, red osier dogwood, which is just
Great.
river birch, silky dogwood, silver maple, blue alder, swamp white oak, wheat bay magnolia, sycamore, tulip poplar, and another shrub, which is winterberry holly.
it's about 15 varieties.
30 more coming.
Wow.
They'll be here this week.
Mhm.
But, they're supposed to come to Rose Tree beginning of this week.
Mm.
And again, a lot of those will be shrubs. I'm sorry, a lot of those will be trees.
What approximate sizes are these 600 some?
Well, they're seedlings. So
Yeah.
They're generally anywhere from 18 to 36 inches tall.
Great, that's great. Yeah,
And
makes planting easier.
and
right.
I think for riparian buffer though, you're looking at a ratio of 1 shrub to every 4 trees. We don't quite have that ratio. We don't have quite that many trees. We have a few more shrubs.
Uh-huh.
I think we can still make do.
And spacing? What would you expect for
Generally,
spacing?
Spacing in riparian buffer is 12 feet apart.
Wow.
You can do them in straight rows if you want.
Uh-huh.
Frequently, they do
A zigzag or,
sawtooth fashion.
yes.
You do it.
Mm-hmm.
You offer there, you want to have enough room so that when guys are grass cutting, you have about a 10-foot wide path.
For the machine.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but the riparian buffer is often the minimum in Pennsylvania is usually 50 feet. Okay, so you have to consider what that would be. If you go to the back field, there are 2 batting cages at opposite corners.
Yes.
of the back field.
Yes.
And if you measure from the fence around to the next fence,
Mhm.
you're talking about 135 yards. I don't know if they would be willing to let us plant in front of that fencing going down to the left.
Yep.
I was thinking just the open area,
How do we protect 600 plantings?
2 to 6,
Okay,
you know, we can do that.
okay. I know there are a lot of tubes now in the nursery, but
Plenty of tubes, not
Wow.
many stakes, but
Right.
we're getting, the next order that we're getting at Rose Street.
Okay.
we need a lot more stakes.
okay,
So,
that's great.
and if we don't have stakes, we'll do
Yeah,
something else.
yep,
Okay.
okay, that's great. Because we really have to make it mow-proof, you know, as you, well, you know better than I do.
Well, you know, the guys, when they did work at Gillespie Park,
Yes,
initially had some problems, because, you know, they wanted to go fast. They got
Yeah.
a lot of stuff done in June, July,
Mm.
growing fast.
Yeah.
They got a lot of lawn they have to cut. So that's sometimes a problem,
hmm
but I think they got better and better at it. So I think they know what they have to do.
good,
They also hire summer help.
yeah,
Summer help usually is not riding a big lawn.
right,
Usually weed whacker.
right,
So as long as we give them 10 minutes of instruction, what not to do,
yeah,
we're fairly good there.
that's good.
I would take a little issue with the Miyawaki Forest and the riparian buffer. There's no reason why the Miyawaki Forest can't be part of the riparian buffer. That could be easily in the middle.
Well, the location that we were discussing would be,
Exactly right.
would have been,
So if you do the riparian buffer for a certain distance, let's say that happens to be 55 yards or so,
right,
and you've got 22 yards of the Miyawaki Forest, and then another 55 yards of riparian buffer.
hmm
You cover the 135 yards.
yeah,
So I
Yeah.
don't understand.
yeah.
Is it just that they don't know enough about it, you think?
Well, we've explained it. We brought representatives from the township
You went and
too.
visited
We
one.
visited and,
Yeah.
yeah, we provided drawings of the dimensions on graph paper. I mean, it couldn't, I mean, I don't think there's more explaining to do. I think it's,
Is it when we get with Panoni, is there a chance they could get back on board with it?
no, I don't
No?
think so. I think,
Because if they're in there as like the
I wonder-
consultant for the riparian buffer,
there's a history in the township of park properties, township park properties, and school properties being a little confused as to who is responsible for which. And I don't know if this is part of that too, because the part where we talked about the Miyawaki Forest was right up by, like, pretty close to the Upper Darby High School. I don't know. I mean, I'm, once again, we're outsiders in that way. I'm not sure what the rationale was, but I love the idea of picking another park maybe and flying it up around the building here before we go too far, but say we have 1, 2, maybe 3 candidates of other places where it could work.
Yeah, my biggest complaint is there's no back and forth.
Right,
Not talking.
right.
Not that we are be all and end all. We do know a few things. But we certainly have a number of ideas about.
And expertise,
Yeah.
right.
One's-
Mhm. I will say, Rita LaRue, to her credit, has suggested and put a date out there to kind of resurrect a meeting between representatives of the EAC, the Shade Tree Commission, and the township for later this month to kind of catch up and, you know, do the kind of a back and forth that I think we need to do. So I was real happy to hear that and get that communication from Rita. So maybe we can, if we can do that monthly, maybe we can make some inroads, you know, in the communication world.
We did bring this up last March, April, and 6 months later, I didn't hear a word.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, Rita has been good. getting
Right.
back to us.
right,
Not the knowing stuff.
right, exactly.
I would mention also that the trees went in here, around the building.
Yep.
over the parking lot. They were in very good shape.
Mm-hmm,
We had said a couple things that could be done as far as maintenance, and they were not done. For example, curb cuts,
Yeah.
allowing water into some of those areas.
yeah,
And we know that there could be a salt problem.
Right.
Here around the building, in the
Mhm.
Curved all the way around.
Mhm.
Salt getting up there.
Right.
But it, maintenance is a tough thing to do.
I know.
Really is.
I know.
You've got other jobs that you have to do, so sometimes trees are the last thing on your list. But, something needs to be written in, that says, look, this kind of thing needs to be done. as far as
Yep.
maintenance goes.
Yep.
If I can do salt around here, what can you do to protect
Dude,
the tree?
I have a question, just by the way you said that, if you're doing curb cuts in there to allow the water to come off the parking lot, wouldn't you then be inviting the salt damage?
Yes, but not maybe as much. It depends on the way that they're done.
Because they're probably salted heavier than the sidewalk.
So, a curb cut would be done both on the high side and then an overflow curb cut.
On the low side.
That makes sense.
Let it back out,
Maybe
yeah.
have stuff coming in and hopefully going back out. Not all of it, okay, so you could collect some salt.
Mm.
But you could also block some of that salt from going in.
Oh, at
You have-
the time of year, yeah. Yeah, you're not
So,
salting now, so
let's say,
Yeah, those
December 1st or
Those,
something to March 1st.
tree chips full of, tubes of,
the silt
that-
sock.
sorry?
sediment barrier,
Sediment
Yeah,
barriers,
silt
something
socks.
like
Yeah, the
that.
silt socks.
Yeah,
that does help, The
Yeah.
same thing could be done around the trees here, on
Yeah.
three sides, mainly on the one side. Anytime you have sidewalk, you have maybe a high side, sediment barrier there, so hopefully it goes around the outside of
Yeah.
the tree pit.
Because one of the trees that died is on the high side. The other three were on the low side. So,
Really just a matter of somebody taking care of.
right, right.
Are you willing?
Getting on the schedule.
Do it, this is the problem.
Yep.
you have, Are you willing? I mean, it's not rocket science.
Steve, can you, sorry, do you have it? Okay, would you mind to talk about the pollinator garden you guys worked on?
Sure. Well, there were half a dozen.
I mean, this past weekend.
Yeah, at the Drexel Line Shopping Center,
Mm-hmm,
towards one end, it would be the south end is a Wawa gas station and a convenience store.
mm-hmm,
And behind it, there's a spur trail up the Dark Creek Trail. That spur trail leads off towards a large electronic billboard. And at the end of that spur trail, there's a little loop so that a bicycle or pedestrian can come around back. That loop is about 250 square feet. So we went out there, half a dozen, about 10 of us, I guess. And we used some hand drills with 2-inch augers to drill down into some very rocky soil. And we put in, I think, 350 plugs on Sunday. It was a lot longer because it was a lot rockier than we thought. And we had a landscaper take the soil, take the turf off, and then we were just gonna plant it.
Mhm.
Hoping that it was just regular soil.
it was turf?
Asphalt there.
yeah,
They just put rocks down everywhere.
Yeah.
It wasn't just
Yeah.
under the asphalt. So it was a rough afternoon.
How many flower plugs went in approximately?
350.
350.
It was turf before it was mowed?
Yes.
Who mowed it? The Wawa or?
No, we removed it.
No, I mean before.
Took it all off.
Yeah, I mean at maintenance.
Who was caring
before.
for it
Yeah,
before
who was
that?
caring for it?
Landscaper that we often use for our rain gardens is Ranty Landscaping.
But is that township maintenance?
No, no.
No, I mean before, like who's taking care of it before you stripped it?
It's a private concern, so they do their own maintenance.
Yeah,
It's private?
yeah.
Are they gonna mow it is really what I'm worried about.
No. It's an enclosed
Oh,
space
okay.
where there's not going to be anything
All
but
right,
this.
that's what I was
Yeah,
worried about,
Yeah, yeah,
really.
yeah.
What I was getting at is someone gonna run across it with a mower?
We
Is
could
it
use a
gonna be-
load of mulch there maybe, but,
Well, we do have some mulch in, we've got some
Yeah.
wood chips and
yeah, yeah.
hopefully.
But that was that's going to be a great thing when there's some shrubs in that planting area as
Yeah,
well.
I guess that there's some Japanese tea.
Yep.
And some red ocean dogwood.
Yeah,
One of the complaints people have about some of these gardens is they just look like a brown pit during the winter.
right.
There's nothing in them.
Yeah,
So some things that have some winter interest, like
Yeah.
red ocean dogwood, which has those red stems.
yeah.
The winter berries, the red winter
Winter
berries,
berry would also be
they're gorgeous in the winter. This bright red berries all winter.
good. Peanut, yeah.
Yeah, you only need one, you don't need many meals.
Correct.
And mockingbirds come in, so it's very nice.
Just for the record, sorry, Steve, go ahead. Do you have other? Okay. Just in terms of the planning aspect, I did share with Joe Martin the kind of the help we need in the fall, like every fall, for planting, for curb cut, for concrete cuts, for planting, for picking up trees from PHS, like the whole cycle. And I can amend that also for spring and just ask Joe and Cindy to, build that into the plan for this year that also includes watering. Because we have some watering equipment in the township and we need to make use of it because we're investing in trees and, so,
Yeah, I mean, what we did, we tried to assume watering at the Gillespie Park with Barry and Butler.
yeah,
For 3 years.
yeah,
It was originally thought that the township was going to be able to,
right,
it wasn't going to fit.
Yep, yep,
So that's what we did. So for 3 years, we did the upper part of the left.
mm-hmm,
And there was another tree vitalized grant for the lower part,
hmm,
making sure I'm south right yet, going south, down towards the bridge.
yes,
And another one over by the Swedish Cap. That one has not been as successful for a variety of reasons. We have a tote there and we couldn't water it, but we just did not able to get to it.
mm-hmm,
And we bit off more than we should.
yeah, yeah,
It's a pretty simple matter.
mm-hmm.
How to do the watering.
Well, the planting we want to do this season, let's say it's 30 trees. It's maybe 10 or 12 around here and another 20 if they're still in shape in Naylor's Run. That's not a huge watering task for the township next year for these and,
Westchester Pike.
That really helps.
yeah,
So, you soak them overnight.
Yep.
Bring them out to the site and put the tree in the ground.
I have some of those tree diapers as well. Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes they're called gators.
Okay, yeah. I was just distinguishing from the green things. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay.
The township just has to fill up the gator bag. You might want to buy them.
So you have to think about how you do your maintenance. Is
Yep.
it going to be an individual doing watering all the time, or is it just going to be filling up the gator? Or
Right, right.
making sure that the diapers get wet,
Mm-hmm.
soaked, et cetera. And then, just have somebody, whoever it is, or two guys.
Yeah.
Or just trained.
Yep.
Just look at it.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, we do have a supervisor now who we've met and begun dealing with, Dave Ely, who's very responsive to when I reach out to him about things. And so I'm looking forward to working more with Dave. You've met him and you've gotten to know him. And so he's got the right attitude. And so, I'm hoping that either tomorrow or early next week, we'll get the communication with Cindy or Joe that I can start doing white circles and calling 811 because they're going to come and auger and plant.
That's about it. I would mention that some of the other pollinator gardens are doing really well. One Stoner's recreation base, retention basin there is doing fantastic.
Is it?
Two of them, two 100 square foot.
Yeah.
That was the project he did with the high school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they were mission kids.
That's it. That's it.
Mission.
Yes, yes.
One we worked with was from Sacramento, California.
Yeah.
And it was.
What time of year was that one done?
Summer, hot summer.
The end of June, and they're doing well?
It was.
Wow. That's
So
good.
they really get good runoff, those there in Stonehurst.
No, they don't.
Wow.
And shame, I'm not sure what's wrong with the design. I'm not sure if some of the pipes are clogged somewhere.
Okay.
But, corrugated pipe.
Yeah.
Sometimes is not the best for getting water in.
Mm-hmm.
You get those little ripples. Sometimes
Yep.
you get stuff get hung up there.
Patch.
Not too long before you can have some blockage.
Mm-hmm.
But, I've been there in rainstorm, and I don't see a lot of water coming in.
Wow.
They have two different places coming in.
We'll have to hire a small child and send them in and, do something like that. Sorry, is this microphone on?
With every place, you're going to have some problems. no matter how you
Right.
design it.
Right.
So you have to go back and take a look and see if
Mhm.
it's still working. What can we do?
What do we learn? Yeah. That's great. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, I think that concludes the things we wanted to cover tonight. Bill, you and I and Eric and maybe Raj will be meeting on Monday. Maybe Cindy can join us, or if not, we'll give her notes and do that. So thanks to the tens of thousands that are watching this broadcast, and glad you voted, and we'll see you next meeting.